For the last 26 years of my life, I've been in active politics in order to restore my country as a democratic, independent nation-state governed by its own parliament, under its own laws, by politicians that we elect and with governments that we can sack.
We are a real party that seeks to represent people from across all the different social classes in this country on patriotic policies which put the interests of the British people and the British nation first.
I want UKIP to be a populist party in the real meaning of the word.
Britain Daniel said, which portrays these groups in a positive way.
Why would I do that? I treat all British citizens in the same way. Why would I write, oh well, British people are okay, but this group are really wonderful, or that group's marvellous? As far as I'm concerned, all British citizens are the same and must be treated in the same way.
All right. If we disappear off the political scene, you will not only get more of the same, you will get much, much, much more of the same. And do you want it? Well, you better do something about it then.
You go anywhere now and you'll see people sleeping on the streets. If you've got any decency, you're going to start worrying about your own people. I am the way I am. I'm not in the business of having an image consultant if people can take me or leave me as they like.
He's a politician, isn't he, first and foremost? He says whatever he thinks is going to help his cause.
Which I don't. I say what I believe.
Thank you so much.
Next morning, very early in the morning, we all turned up at Parliament Green. It was a big celebration, you know. I went back to my office and my assistant said to me, "Why are you so miserable? You've just been part of a great victory." I said, "Because they're going to betray it. And this is what they're going to do." And I actually wrote a little book about this in 2014, The Road to Freedom, and I said, if there is a referendum, if Leave win, this is what they're going to do. They will delay it, they will impede it, and they will overturn it. On your programme earlier on, saying we don't have to respect the decision of the referendum. That's how the political and media class think in our country. The origin of the word treason is from the Latin traditio, which means to hand over. And what could have been more treasonous than the last 46 years of our national life when power's been handed over to a foreign power, which is the European Union. Our whole membership of the European Union has been unlawful under our constitution because there can be no higher authority than the Queen in Parliament, and yet they have purported to hand over authority and lawmaking ability to a foreign power. The whole thing is treasonous, and it's about time we called people out for what they are. If they vote that way tonight, it will be the final betrayal by this political class over here of the referendum decision and the British people.
Never before in the history of our country have we been brought to such national and international shame. Never before in the long history of our country have we been governed by such a set of traitors, quislings and collaborators. If we don't leave the European Union, it will mark the end of democracy in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, the EU has a long track record of ignoring referenda that goes against it, and we have a quisling, traitorous political class in Parliament that's only too happy to go along with the European Union.
The only way we can change things in this country is through the ballot box.
Well, I'm not sure in the current climate that they trust many people. Right. The one thing that they can trust UKIP is to do what it says, because that's exactly what we've done for 25 years.
Our Parliament, our leaders cannot agree on how to leave the EU.
Well, exactly. That's why I've called them quislings and collaborators, because they don't want to. If it would be quite simple if you'd have done it the way I said it should be done. You say we're not going down the Article 50 road. We repeal the 1972 European Communities Act, but then you say to the EU, well, don't worry, because there won't be chaos, because all of your law has been transposed into our law as Acts of Parliament. We're going to offer you, as a kick-off, we're going to offer you continued tariff-free trade or WTO, your choice. You can have equal rights for citizens, no problem, we'll give you that. Then we'll start to dismantle, amend and repeal all the 19,000 directives, 170,000 individual bits of legislation, and we'll do that according to our
language is important. It doesn't make you a Democrat, it makes you an extremist.
No, it doesn't make me an extremist. First of all, I think it actually makes me truthful, and there's an awful lot of people listening to this programme that's going to agree that it's truthful. They can disagree if they want to as well, because that's what it means to live in a free country. And what I'm concerned in now increasingly is there are only things which are allowed to be said and other things which are not allowed to be said, which are not subject to the criminal law, by the way.
Okay.
3 years after the referendum, hardly anything at all will have changed. They triggered Article 50, which is the wrong way to go about it anyway. And the biggest mistake was right at the beginning, when they triggered Article 50, when they should have set it aside and not gone down the Article 50 road. None of this would have been possible if we were playing by our rules and not the EU's rules. Leave means leave. Okay, we all know that. I'm the only person and UKIP that actually wrote a plan for getting out of the EU. We've actually, just don't say leave means leave. We tell you how we would do it, how it would work, what it would look like, because this is the whole thing. I said right from the start, Article 50 is a trap. It's a device designed to stop you leaving, not to help you leave. So how do you get over that? And we've thought that out. We need to leave by unconditional, unilateral withdrawal to stop asking the European Union how it can be done, and our government needs to tell the European Union how it needs to be done, and then we can have a free, independent, democratic and prosperous future outside of the European Union. UKIP will accept no agreement on any other terms. We stand for a complete and total exit from the European Union. No people that want to be free can be enslaved forever. We just carry on.
If only it was that simple, Gerard Batten. We're going to have to leave it there. The head of UKIP, thank you so much for speaking to Euronews tonight.
I'm not going to play the establishment game. I can only say what I believe. I can't pretend and say things I don't believe.
We want our country back, and there is no one better than Gerard to lead us to that happy future. Thank you.
I actually really like him. He gives a well thought out answer. He thinks about it. He's a calm, think before he acts, do things in a very slow, almost like a river that just cuts through. No one really thinks about the river. They just admire what it created.
So you'll back that up, and you think that's going to appeal 100%. To voters in this country?
I am not a politician who says things because I think they're going to curry favour with the mass of people who want to hear lies. I speak the truth. If people want the truth and they want to vote for it, that's up to them.